Hi, my name's Martin from OctoInkjet. What we're going to do as part of this little demonstration is show you how to completely knacker up a 970-971 cartridge and how hopefully you can resolve the situation. In terms of equipment, obviously you've got your cartridge. Syringe would be quite good. We have a filling adapter or a priming adapter, one of ours. We also have a Q-fill tip. Probably the most important thing that you're going to need is the lowly cotton bud or Q-tip. I will show you why in just a second. Down the outlet nozzle on your cartridge you have a little black valve seal, whatever you want to call it. Inside that is a small ball, and that is spring loaded, so the ball is pushed up by the spring against the black seal. Now what is not immediately apparent is that black seal can come out, the ball can be dislodged, there's a whole manner of things that can go wrong, and yes, we've found pretty much every single one. So what we're going to try and show you, and bear in mind there will be a few outtakes for this, is how hopefully you can recover from a slightly catastrophic scenario such as this. Okay? Now, you will notice I have prepared a little bit of absorbent material. I kid you not, we will probably use quite a lot of that. Now, this cartridge is pretty much empty, so this is not a worst case scenario. The chances are you will be dealing with a cartridge that has either a continuous ink system installed or a lot of ink in it. Sod's law says you'll have a lot of ink in it. Okay, so what I'm going to do first of all is try and recreate a scenario that we came across not too long ago where we basically wrenched the valve out. I'm just going to show you what to do in the event of a leaky valve or a completely failed valve. You will want to immediately elevate the outlet port to the highest point possible. You stop the flow. So that's the first thing you do. The next thing is to try and assess where you're actually at. So a cotton bud in there to just mop up any ink. Don't press. Whatever you do, do not press, but just gently swab around so you can see what's happened. Now if you've been using a fill adapter or something like this, your first thing to do is to actually check whether or not you have the valve sitting all around it. Make sure your area has been clean when you've started, because if you lose the ball, the whole bets are off really. Okay, so that's the key thing. Get it in that position and then look at your equipment. Breathe. Think about it. Don't stand there with the cartridge like that, grabbing stuff, trying to stop it. It's going to leak everywhere anyway. Get it like that. Call for help. Have stuff standing by already. Okay? Right, so you've got to this position. I'm now going to show you how you get there by being really abrasive with this particular adapter. Oh, okay, maybe not. I think I've modified this so that it shouldn't do what it did before. Okay, this is typical. All of a sudden, I can't get it to do what I wanted it to do. Aha! Did it. Right. There you go. That is the black valve material. It's a rubber, silicone rubber kind of plug. That is your ball, and inside there is a spring. I'll just see if we can show you that. Okay, so how do you cope? Well, first of all, obviously, you've now got your cartridge like this. So first thing you need to do is get your ball, which we've got here, and just clean it off. And then ever so gently pop it back in so that it is like that. And the chances are, like I said, you'll have been flooded with ink. So if you were, before you put the ball back, just swab it with a Q-tip. Okay, so you just swab round, then you put your ball back in and make sure that it has gone into the centre, just like that. Okay, right, now, next thing, just ever so gently, using whatever your adapter was, you then slide that back ever so gently in. Now, the reason we found this out was because we used this particular adapter without reading the instructions. We will curse you if you don't read our instructions, but if you don't read anybody else's, fair point. So, hoisted on our own petard, okay? So, what you need to do with this adapter in particular, and usually anything else, is to just twist yourself out like that, okay? Right, so that is in a manner of speaking, but at the moment it is not all the way in, it is not seated, okay? So what you now need is your, what we've already started using, is your lowly little Q-tip or cotton bud, and you just need to gently, all the way around, just gently push back down. Now you can use a little bit more pressure with this now. Now you can't really see this, but take it as read that I am just very gently pushing this back into position until finally it's locked in. This whole process of putting it back in is very much trial and error. So you get it to there, you push it in, sponge around, just soak up any excess ink that's in the top there, and then take a look and just see if it looks seated. If it's off at a weird angle or whatever, keep giving it a gentle prod. Emphasis here is on gentle, and keep checking it. And the way to tell whether or not you've got it in properly, now there's no ink in here so you're not going to be able to see, but way to tell whether or not you've got it in properly or not is to gently turn the cartridge back, and then slowly, while you're looking at the cartridge nozzle, you slowly angle it back down towards horizontal. As ink starts reaching this, if you've got a good seal, it won't come through. But if you've got any kind of a leak, or that seal isn't actually seated properly, you will start to see drips of ink forming in that outlet. As soon as that happens, get it back up, get your cotton bud back out again, and reseat. And just keep prodding it gently until you feel a bit more confident with it. Same thing again. Okay? Now, I've just actually demonstrated something without saying anything, thinking about it, but your cotton bud is obviously cotton wool. If you get anything in and around here, you need to get rid of it. So any kind of fragments of cotton or other detritus, make sure you take it out. Okay? So just gently swap around, keep checking, and repeat the process of bringing it down. Okay? Eventually you should be able to get it to seal and everything will be fine. However, it is possible that in the process of it being wrenched out, the seal has become damaged, so it has a tear in it or a hole, or something has happened to the area that it sits in. Okay? Now, if you have reason to see, if you can see a little bit of hair or a little bit of cotton bud or something like that that seems to be stuck down there, then the chances are what's happened is you've gotten something stuck between the seal and the wall of your cartridge. Okay? If you've done that, the only way to resolve it is going to be to literally yank that seal back out again. Okay? If you can, and you can remove whatever was in there, great. Try again, repeat the whole process, use a cotton bud, being careful not to get it jammed in this time, and hopefully you'll get it back up and running. But bear in mind, if you're still here half an hour later and you still can't get a seal, chances are that cartridge is now dead and you're going to need to replace it. Okay, key thing, I guess really, is you want to avoid this particular problem in the first place. So, a few tips on just how to use anything that fits into there. First things first, any adapters you're using. We have our own X-Fill tip here, which we use for priming. You can use it for refilling, but you have to be a bit careful. As we've shown you, the seal can come out, the ball can be damaged or dislodged, you can get a tear, so every time you're putting anything into that outlet port, you're adding to the wear and tear on that valve. Okay, this is the Q-Fill adapter. This is from a very reputable company, and we will probably be selling these as well. But one of the things with them is because they are made of brass, a couple of things. One, you may find a slight burring on the holes at the side here, and that will catch on the rubber. If that's the case, just get yourself a round file, preferably a small one, and then just gently file off any of that burring, and that will solve that particular problem. And the other thing is read the instructions. Like I said, we discovered this the hard way by pushing this particular adapter into a very important cartridge we could not afford to break, and then we broke it. So the thing to do is just gently, when you're pushing in, when you come to take it out, do not just pull it straight out. What you do is you twist ever so gently like that, and it will slowly unscrew itself out of the valve, and you'll notice there is no black seal around the tip. Not what we saw after we did it. Okay, so screwing in and out is quite useful. With this one you don't need to do that. It's a tapered tip, and it's been designed very specifically so that it guides itself into the right place and won't go any further than it absolutely needs to. So whatever you do, if you've got just a standard needle or any other kind of adapter, you don't just shove it in, yank it out. You take your time, nice and gentle with it, and you should be okay. Okay, so that is everything there is to know about how to recover from a nightmare scenario with a 970 or a 971. Hopefully that's been useful for some of you, and you will learn from the experience as we did.